And this is going to be a two-fer review of both Kick-Ass and Hit Girl from Kick-Ass 2, the NECA action figure line for the movie Kick-Ass 2, based on the comic book of the same name. Now, I already reviewed the villain from that series, the sorry, I cannot say that name with a straight face. The MFer. So yeah, these are the two heroes of that series, Kick-Ass and Hit Girl. And we were going to start off with Kick-Ass. Now, before I review Kick-Ass, actually, I do have to say something. My brother was the one that bought both of these, Kick-Ass and Hit Girl. And apparently, one of the Hit Girl figures on the rack had paint application issues with the nostrils. It made her look, and this is his words, not mine, she looked like Joan Cusack, apparently. So, before you purchase one of these figures, make sure you check the nostrils. And make sure that Hit Girl does in fact look like Hit Girl, and not Joan Cusack. I'm trying to picture that. Hit Girl looking like Joan Cusack. Anyway, we start off with Kick-Ass. Obviously, this is Kick-Ass here, Dave Lazowski. Very nice likeness of Aaron Taylor Johnson, even though you can only see 10% of his face. It's a lot better than in the original comics, where the entire face, other than the eyes, was covered. And even the eyes was... there was a smaller area between the eyes and around the eyes that was covered. Very nice detail here. You can see kind of a zipper going down the back. The holsters for the nightsticks. Batons, if you want to call them. And yes, I know that if you can see it from this video, they are indeed kind of bent. No bent baton jokes, please. Paint is pretty simplistic. You got green, you got yellow. The boots look like they've been worn at a construction site for a few days. So yeah, that's pretty much paint. Because the packaging for these was saved, we have two pairs of hands balled up into fists. I'm not going to try and swap them out because I don't want to break them. See KA2, a nice little outline of his mask in the background. Now I get to Hit Girl. Hit Girl. Her cape actually has a clasp. It is a soft goods cape, like that of the MFer. Unlike his, however, if I can get the clasp... Okay, unlike the MFer's cape, it is lined with purple. Purpley lining. She has plastic skirt instead of an actual cloth skirt like the Mezco figure. Again, she does visibly look like Chloe Moretz, except this one doesn't have nostril paint that makes her look like Joan Cusack, apparently. Accessories, she has throwing knives. She has the Mindy stick, blade 1, blade 2. It does split in half, reconnect. The cape could also be counted as an accessory, though I personally don't think it is one. Her outfit is more shiny, silvery purple than just silvery. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention she has these little throwing knives that are in fact removable from the leg holsters. Which is a nice touch. So yeah. Okay, as we can see, Kick-Ass has the standard Type 1 ball joint shoulders, in and out, up and down, back and forward, whatever you want to call it. Swivel, hinge, elbows, and ball-jointed wrists with a hinge that I'm not going to interchange with the aforementioned closed fist hands because I don't want to break them. Ball-jointed neck that does not look like it is constantly looking down, and I think you might be able to swap the head out with the interchangeable head of the variant figure, which I'm going to mention later in this review. Abdomen, pivot, H-style, DC Universe Classics style hips, and the knees. I love these knees because they don't look like they can move that well, but they do. They're double hinged. They pivot, double hinged knees. Ooh, nice. And then they have ball jointed ankles, which is also nice. Move Kick-Ass over here to the side and pick up Hit Girl after she knocked over all my friggin' quarters. So Hit Girl has the same shoulder type, swivel. Let's just separate the Mindy stick here. Swivel in and out. Hinge swivel elbows, ball jointed wrists, mid torso sort of like the same thing that Dave has, but it's a lot tighter. It feels like it doesn't want to move, so I'm not going to force it. Ball jointed hips as opposed to this is the only reason I'm lifting her skirt, to show off the hip joints. Ball jointed hips, not the same DC Universe Classics type as Dave. Ball jointed hips there. Double hinge knees, very well designed around the knee pad, and pivot hinge ankles. And of course the ball jointed head. And also note the face looks a lot better than because here she looks a lot more scowly in the promo photo. But in person, there was another promo photo that she looked even worse in. She had this really constipated, I want to say, look on her face. You know, here she looks pretty good. She looks like Chloe Moretz, not Joan Cusack with the bad nasal paint. So articulation on Kick-Ass and Hit Girl is superb. And in a couple of seconds, this is going to magically switch to another room to finish this review. Such are the joys of editing. But yeah, articulation on these figures is pretty awesome. And I will continue explaining why they're awesome when this switches magically to the other room. So yeah. Mezco has a focus on more detailed sculpts and making it look good than, you know, playability and posability. And that's admirable in some situations, but with the Kick-Ass figures, dang it. If you saw the first Kick-Ass movie, and you saw all the fight scenes and stuff, and then you got the figures and like these things can't even move at all. In fact, I'm gonna show you. This is how non-posable those figures are. Okay, so here we have Mezco Kick-Ass and NECA Kick-Ass, and immediately you can see the difference. I mean, just look at this. He's looking down, he's looking at the floor, and NECA Kick-Ass is like, come on, bring it. You know? And we have Hit Girl, which is, you know, her outfit's more purpley and all that. It's nice. The skirt is actual cloth skirt. The cape is still cloth, but it's a disappointment. You know, it's kind of a disappointment because the Mezco figures, they look great, but they're not playable at all. I mean, she almost looks like someone who's trick-or-treating as Hit Girl compared to this. You know, it's just not even comparable. Kick-Ass, meanwhile, again, more detail, more posability. A lot of people are going to say this one's more detailed because his outfit's more wrinkled and da-da-da-da. Oh, what do you do? More wrinkles. You can have all the wrinkles in the world, but if all you're doing is looking down and posing like you're a zombie or something like that, then that's not crime fighting. That's stupid. So yeah, NECA, Kick-Ass, and Hit Girl are awesome. Mezco, Hit Girl, and Kick-Ass are good for decoration or paperweights, I guess. And also, I love that they did the K82 thing instead of that, because it's just stupid. So yeah, if you can get the NECA Kick-Ass 2 figures of Kick-Ass and Hit Girl, by all means, go ahead. And they are also coming out with variants of both of these. They're coming out with variants of Kick-Ass wearing Big Daddy's armor, and Hit Girl unmasked, without a cape. And Kick-Ass with the armor also includes an alternate unmasked Dave Lazowski head, much like the Mezco Kick-Ass figure did. I say if you're going to buy these figures, buy the standard and the variants, because they're that awesome. And as for the Mezco stuff, just pass it up. And I mean, I saw the Mezco figure of Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. And that wasn't even a figure, it was a statue. It was just pathetic. It didn't have any articulation at all. So yeah, buy the NECA Kick-Ass and Hit Girl figures. This is not a paid endorsement, this is just me telling you that they're awesome. Because they are. I mean, you can pose them next to your Justice League or your Avengers. You know, you can have them do action poses. These you can't pose at all. Unless you just want to make it look like Dave's trying to take a dump into a trash can or something. Yeah, NECA, Hit Girl, Kick-Ass. They are awesome. Get them. And thank you for watching.